bylaw so that
remote
participants can count toward a
Yeah,
quorum?
not the committee, but,
Or
we
has
can
that
do
been
too,
discussed
so
at all?
anybody-
So, you know,
I mean, this day.
count towards a quorum, yeah. So that's I mean, you know, there's a group of us that are looking at making an amendment to it, and that could, maybe that's one thing to throw in, yeah. Because, I mean, in this electronic age, I mean, business, you know, people are Skyping or doing that, come to meeting, whatever, all the time, and I mean, without any, I mean, if there are two people together, it's a lot, right? So, yeah, I mean, we're behind.
And
The
it really
government's
serves
behind
the
the
serves the
technology.
purpose of the law too. You reach and engage more members of the public, it's more transparent,
Yeah.
it's more efficient.
Just coincidentally, tomorrow, the Mass House will be taking up an act relative to campaign finance. So, House 4072. I mean, this is the notice we get, you know, less than 24 hours. The Senate gets
What's
a
that
full week.
proposal?
Yeah.
What is that proposal?
I'm just asking, 6,000 bills. I don't know. No, this, I mean, just in the last few minutes, the news was released.
Because
Yeah, not even
back to
24
the
hours.
point that you raised earlier, I also found the public testimony on August 17th and September 16th to be very, very interesting, and I know that Jeff has summarized it. And I also have read some of the products, some of the communications group on social media campaigns and other things, in the Money in Politics group, in the Artificial Entities group, and analysis that Jennifer and Nico have done. I think it's fascinating, okay? So I would think that we want to spend some amount of time just to at least share the summary of those and make sure that all those artifacts end up in the Google Drive, because I think there's good stuff there.
Can we ask the chairs of those committees to make sure they get in the Google Drive? Because the Money in Politics stuff's up there, so I'd love to see the other stuff too.
Well, not only that, but we need reports from these working groups, and we haven't really had them because we haven't had a quorum, so it's hard to, without convening, with the group as a whole to figure out what they learned or what their summaries are.
Well,
It's
yes,
hard to-
sure, because you're going to take over for Jay, right, on the communications, which is another thing that we need to talk about. Do you know how to vote? Like I'm thinking of the closed social media campaign that you guys and Joyce worked on.
Yeah.
Do you know how to vote? How to vote?
I'm sure Joyce says she's
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
Google Drive.
and as always, I volunteer to, if you just email it to me, as secretary, just tell me, please put this up on the Google Drive. I'll do it, but I
And
need
Nico
to
and
get it.
Jennifer did some really interesting analysis of various HR resolutions and other things. I just don't know if Nico technically knows how to load it to the Google. I'll
Yeah,
ask
so
him.
if you send that to me or ask him to, I'll put it up on the Google Drive to just speed it up.
Is
Is that URL available for the public or not?
Yeah, it's, well, there's two actually. There's a collection that has everything, so
Yeah.
that's not up, but if you want to, somebody asked, David Rosenberg asked
Yeah.
for copies, and I just gave him
Yeah.
the copies, but the each meeting and some other stuff
Oh, I
is
didn't-
right up. Is it on the website yet, or is this one
It's
of
not on
the
the
things that
website, I
slowed
looked this
down?
morning, that's why I was wondering.
Yeah,
it's up
if
on
you
the
just
website.
shoot me an email,
I'll
I'll
check
send
it
you a
later.
link to it.
Okay, thank you, 'cause I'd like to read it.
I would say it's incomplete.
So, question, the working committees are meeting, and they're reporting to you and Costas? And so that's
Well,
how
to
you
the
know?
full, yeah, I would say well, you guys made us aware that you were having a meeting and you
Right.
developed some artifacts, and you were ready to report to the full commission, but we didn't have time today.
Sure.
Okay, I just want to make sure that all that good work does get to the full commission
Yeah.
and to the Google Drive.
And the Money in Politics group has done 2 reports, and with lots of links in each report.
Yeah, I guess.
And then the documents are in the Google Drive already, so if you go to the Google Drive, there's 2 Google Drives. One is available at request to the public, but, to us, because it's just filled with stuff, raw
Okay.
stuff.
Mhm.
And then there's the other public one that's out there in the public, and so to make it actually comprehensible, it has the stuff that has come up in the meetings and things like that.
Mhm.
So they're both public records, but there's two different links, so if you're not sure. And I've sent them around, or they're in the reports, but if you need another link to it, just ask me and I'll forward it to you. You should be shared in, if you go to Google Drive.
I am.
You probably have to log in under your MCC email to Google.
Mhm.
So, like, I have 2 or 3 different accounts, so I have to switch to get to this Google Drive, so that may be an issue.
Mhm.
I'm not the IT guy, but if you need any help, just let me know.
IT.
Let me know, let me
We're gonna do
know.
a training for.
And then how do we address, the sworn situation?
Institutional
Well,
knowledge.
Do we address that or we don't?
Well, we had a very brief meeting when we had a quorum, that's how we addressed it today, but I think we're trying to, the idea of this Saturday meeting is
To-
hoping that we can get 10 people to commit to
The
it.
quorum situation,
Yeah.
right, because I'm looking at future meetings that we did the
Yeah.
doodle. So the November meeting, there's only 7 that have, and
Yeah.
then in, December, we have 9. So, right, like we need that, well, we really know, 13 or 14, however many of us there are. But then there was another meeting we wanted to talk about, and that's the governor swearing in. Did you all see that email?
No, so
We talked.
we
Oh, y'all talked
Did
about
you
it?
get one?
I got
No.
from both.
Yeah, I think it turned out it was just the governor appointees. So we were
Where-
appointed by the AG, others were by the speaker, the president,
I'm
Senate
sorry,
president.
That's
so
okay.
It was just
I'm
for the
crashing
governors.
That's what I
Well,
said.
we're gonna invite all of you.
We're
We can invite
crashing
people.
But we got
Should
Yeah,
we discuss the
families
meeting
and friends.
schedule?
Exactly, we're friends.
What's
Fred's
up,
on
my
the
bud?
October.
Yeah.
But what we thought about that at the time when we were talking in our committee is that we could have a meeting on that day.
Yeah,
If everybody was coming to the governor swearing in, then we could, right
What
afterwards.
day
I
is
think
that?
someone should
It's
check.
October.
Come with our friend.
If we did a doodle, you know, on meeting, to post meeting dates and times.
Sharon,
did that.
We did that, yeah.
Cheryl did that.
That's what I was just reporting
Right.
out,
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
how many, but
But only one of
everybody
them
hasn't
had a quorum.
responded.
Okay.
What I'll say is that, even though our, some initial report is due by the end of the year,
Yeah.
things are gonna start to get very, very difficult around the middle of November, moving forward until the end of the year with the holidays and holiday schedule and travel and things like that.
Yeah.
So, we have until the end of the year, but I think we should try to maximize time between now and say the middle of November to
Yeah.
get really
Some
plow
drafts
through,
and things.
because right after, Thanksgiving and to the end of the
Right,
year,
right
it's
after.
gonna be almost impossible to
Yeah.
get people to do any real work, so
Mhm.
it's something to keep in mind with this deadline of the end of the year.
what would you think about maybe going for 2 meetings in October? One of them hopefully on Saturday, October 5th, and the second hopefully,
At least
you
two.
know, in
October
conjunction with
30th.
October
Yeah, at
30th.
least two.
Yeah,
Pick up
we
Then
don't
we
have
can
to,
try to catch
we
up.
don't have to
Yeah.
meet at the State House either. I mean, it's next to South, right?
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
can book something or try to get something.
Yeah, yeah.
Just walk
That's
back down
walkable.
the hill.
Yeah, we can't assume it, it turned out we couldn't get it last
Turned out we
this
couldn't
time,
get it.
so.
Oh.
Yeah, but if we went evenings, I think it would be, during the daytime,
It's-
it's all classes, right? In the evenings, we might get space.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg said maybe
Maybe
BU
be you.
would be an option. Costas is, been our go-to guy for Northeastern.
Which is fine, I
We
get
got
it.
the higher ed connections, took us around to Salem and
Yeah,
other places.
yeah, I mean, yeah, we could always get, I'm sure we could always get something in Framingham.
So we don't know this October 5th is even gonna get us a quorum, so we
Yeah.
might want a plan B too. Is there another date that we should?
Well, I was gonna, put
You're gonna
both in
send,
an
you're
email.
gonna send that
Yeah.
around, okay.
It's gonna be an email with an attachment, here. And, I mean,
Can we
what's
try?
your view about commissioners that are just non-responsive to repeated outreach? I'm switching topics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
I-
tough.
Yeah, I don't know that we
Well,
technically have any say.
Well, that's why I was asking, are the working groups actually working? And you know that, and it's one thing for them to be doing the work and just can't happen to make it to the meeting. That's a different look than someone that's not doing the work.
My information is your order.
There's both,
My
And not
there's both of
responding.
those
is,
situations, yeah.
Money in Politics Group is a
Working.
proactive working entity. I have evidence that the Artificial Entities Group
It's-
has
Okay.
been meeting and working.
Oh.
Yeah, until recently, I had evidence that the Communications Work Group was in limbo.
Well, we're
And then
kind
you
of,
guys
we're
have-
working, but
You've
just
You've
without
taken it out of
the
limbo
chair.
Yeah.
in the last
Right.
2 weeks.
We're,
You've
but
You've
we're,
Working without the
Yeah.
chair.
yeah, we're meeting, we're
I mean,
constantly
I'm
on a
just
regular
speaking
basis.
frankly, it's
about it.
notwithstanding numerous emails and personal phone calls, I have yet to hear from Jay. Does anybody?
Well,
I've heard from
He
him
says he
in
can
regards to that email that I shared
yeah.
with
Yeah.
you, that.
I don't know whether he wants to continue to be a member of the commission, I guess.
So maybe we should ask those that are not, I mean, those that have missed 3 meetings, only
Yeah,
about
isn't
5.
that bylaw?
But those that have missed 3, we should ask them if
I
they're
don't
interested.
think there's anything in there about
Yeah.
replacing people.
Maybe that's the way to go from the from one of the chairs to say to, I think Dominic, I don't know if he's made any meetings.
Yeah.
It's a delicate issue, but, we struggle
At
for
this
a
point,
quorum.
I think it has to be asked.
Jennifer's missed a bunch of meetings, but we know that she's connected, we know that she's
Yeah.
working.
Right, that's one thing.
Whereas with Jay, we don't even know that he's,
Well, I don't think there's a formal mechanism for removing anyone for any reason from the commission. So if we think that they should consider stepping aside because either, they disagree with what we're doing, or they don't have the time, or whatever, we can politely encourage them to consider it.
Or we can encourage them to get to the meetings.
Absolutely.
Because if they,
Which we've
even if
done
they step
informally.
aside, it turns
But
out
it's
we
hard
still,
to-
we still have a
think
forum.
that-
Has to be appointed.
Yeah.
But we haven't, we
I
haven't,
think
we haven't been getting
I
to
think
it.
what's really
vacancy
tough
since
is to
March.
even reach the person to have the conversation.
I know.
I guess, so it's not just that, it's more just trying to get a hold of the person to have that
Respond.
conversation.
And if they do
Because
step
there's no
aside, there's no
response.
clear
Right,
path
there's
to
no-
finding a replacement. I mean, we've had a
Right.
vacancy since May,
It-
and they have no end in sight
So
in
not
terms
like-
of a replacement.
Doesn't
When
change
I'm
they
not,
go,
so- I'm
yes.
hoping actually that everybody wants to stay engaged, but
Yeah.
if somebody wants to step aside, and our number now goes to 13, our quorum is now 7.
See, that's what I'm talking about, it doesn't
So we're
affect
doing
the
numbers.
quorum.
Yes.
Does, if it changes the quorum, I'm
Unless
saying
there's a
dead weight is
replacement.
killing us.
Yeah.
I guess there's a replacement.
Yeah.
So maybe
Does it
less-
change
maybe
our
less is
quorum
more.
number? Does it reduce our
Yeah.
quorum?
As always.
Because right now, our numbers are
Right.
14, but our quorum is 8. If our numbers are 13, our quorum would be 7.
Oh, okay, so if somebody who's not coming leaves, okay, that,
Oh, but
Well, they
that,
need to
that's,
resign, they need to resign, like Michael
yeah,
did.
yeah,
Right.
Formal
So
resignation.
we should just ask, maybe life changed.
Yeah, things happen. Things happen, right.
yeah, yeah.
Um, it's been practical.
Sometimes it's like it just tells show, less is more.
I
Right.
propose the chair make that call.
Well, why
I
don't we
second it.
talk
Oh,
about
good
Pretty
luck.
soon
it?
you've heard
Good luck in
it.
reaching
No,
them.
this is sort of the administration.
That's a hard one.
Help, so,
One thing if you reach them,
That would help the
We
quorum.
could have them get a constable to find.
that you need a.
Yeah, have it served.
You need an assistant.
I was looking for someone, and my investigator found their address, on their driver's license, and I gave it to the constable. And the address that the person was using on the driver's license was a parking lot.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Now, the license had been suspended
Oh, good.
in July, because, but it
Light
should
of
have been
R&B
suspended
issues.
2 years before, because they got an OUI, they got a drunk driving in Florida, but since our registry of motor vehicles wasn't doing its job
Right, until now.
until now.
We're doing it now, heads are swinging.
We've been
Yeah.
adjourned for an hour, so.
Yeah.
That's a
Is there any
roll.
other business? I think we covered a lot of ground. This is
I
actually.
covered a lot of
We've
stuff.
been
The parking is
adjourned. All right, everyone, thanks for coming, and we'll.
Yeah,
We've been adjourned.
Okay, so the campaign finance bill that we're taking up tomorrow,